The Monsters Playbook is an adventure podcast for grown-ups. It contains violence and profanity and deals with adult themes that may be uncomfortable for some listeners. Specific content warnings can be found in the episode show notes. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Monsters Playbook, an actual play Monster of the Week podcast that takes a couple hours to play, but several weeks to recover from. This week on the cover story, it's a miracle. The Witchwood, ancient source of power from Mark's mom's witch coven, has apparently made its way back into the world. But how can that be? It's seemingly been gone for years. So who brought it back? And to what purpose? Around here, when things like this happen, it's almost never good.
I'm John, and I play Mark Clayton.
I'm Lauren, and I play Kira and Anna Ashwood.
I'm Miah, and I play Theo Nessos.
I'm Johnny, I play literally everybody else. Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this. So you presented Ruby with the scrap of the Witchwood, and then she and almost everything in her home, with the obvious exception of the grotesque animals walking around in it, were transformed into something much more pleasant. What do you do, think, or say?
Anna is like, well, damn, that's a neat trick.
And I think Samantha's gonna go, oh my god, Ruby, seriously? What? I'm nothing if not the consummate hostess. If I have the power to make my personage and my domicile more pleasant to my guests, I have every right to do so.
Did she take magic from the wood to change her appearance?
Well, it is like a conduit of magic, so I assume she was channeling magic through it.
Mark internalizes all of this and goes, wonder if I could do that.
What are you thinking, Mark?
No. He was just, never mind, forget it. Actually, you know what? No. Can Mark try to grow hair?
Roll use magic.
12.
Okay. Since she's holding it in her hands and not quite concealing it as much, I think the branch of Witchwood in Ruby's hand starts to sparkle a little bit. And then out from under Mark's hat spills a bunch of his trademark shaggy black hair.
And then I think Mark lets out a, whoa.
Do you do that surreptitiously at all? Do you try to conceal that from anyone at all?
No, because I'm still looking at her like, what the hell just happened?
I think Anna maybe goes over to it and like pulls it to see if it like is real or just an illusion.
Ow! What was that for?
Does it actually like pull?
It pulls. Mark, it doesn't hurt.
Oh, okay. I'm just like,
Because it isn't real, but it will behave as though it is.
Oh, okay. Huh. That's weird.
I think Mark's just like takes off his hat and he's just like touching it and feeling it.
So, Ruby, back to the matter at hand. How is it that this root is here if it was thought lost?
It means a set of things. Firstly, it means that the Witchwood yet exists somewhere. And secondly, I suppose it means it's reaching out back through to our realm to some purpose. Perhaps wherever it is, it's run out of, well, for lack of a better term, food.
What does it feed on?
Oh, the usual. Life, death, spirit energy, and that.
So do we need to be alarmed that it is now in our world? Could it harm anyone?
Samantha will speak up and be like, wait, it eats? You told us it was it was a gateway. It was a perfect natural source. Oh, don't be naive, Samatina. It's not a source, it's a battery. So all that time, all those things we were eating, we were using up the chewed up remnants of the dead? No, they weren't going to do anything with it. She turns to Mark and goes, oh, great, and now you've got him doing it too.
I don't know if I want hair anymore.
I think the boy looks lovely. Well done.
If it acts as a battery, what is it powering? Your spells?
For the moment, my quite lovely domicile. It's just a glamour, Theo. It's an illusion.
Who says that?
Samantha.
But it's feeding on the energy of other people around it.
People, things, plants, insects.
What might somebody be wanting to do with that?
Why should there be anyone behind it at all? The Witchwood itself is alive. Although, if the one who's stolen it has used up all of its power, I should be concerned that they are now receiving more.
That was my thought. Somebody hid it away, but maybe now they're trying to expand its reach.
Weird question. Could you reverse it? Like, what if instead of taking power away from the battery to the source, could they take from the source and give to the battery? I mean, you said it was a root.
An interesting thought, but to what purpose?
To power something else. I mean, we know plenty of people who need spirits, life, power.
We do? Anna looks at Theo.
Rex? Oh, I forgot. Shit. You know, certain people of malicious intent.
Right. And I'm confused. You're saying you want to reverse it so that they can't use it, or what are you trying to say, Theo?
Well, like, I'm just thinking, like, why is it here now? Like, could somebody be using the Witchwood to get power for themselves? Like, what's to say that, like, one magic user couldn't take and siphon magic from the tree and those who use it onto themselves?
I think Kira kind of speaks up. We know that Tower is around, and she was trying to collect soul energy, life energy of people to feed to try to get that armor up to full. Maybe this is another way that she found out how to do that.
Could Mark see any kind of tethers from maybe himself now, or from Ruby to who knows what?
Based on using the thing?
Well, just like if you open up, I think, your sight, can you see anything? And if you can't see anything, I can try opening my third eye.
Johnny, do I see any ties suddenly to me?
Or like Ruby to something.
Mark, I'm going to have you roll Investigate a Mystery.
Snake eyes.
Nice.
You don't know anything. We can't forget the fact that this fog, the atmosphere that it's coming from, it seems to have some sort of sea-like quality. Who do we know that's been to the Sea Kingdom? Who do we know that's interacted with the sea? Tower. Mm-hmm. She might be working with somebody else, but I suspect it's her.
Kira had followed Tower into the Sea Kingdom, right?
Yes, and she was able to get in and out of there with remarkable ease. She had some sort of coral that she was using to build portals for herself.
Where did you last see her there? Where did she go?
I lost sight of her, but I'm trying to even remember Johnny. I mean, she was in the Sea Kingdom, but she just got further away, and then she opened up a rift basically in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
Wasn't like any specific place.
You wouldn't happen to have anything of hers, do you? Like a piece of clothing, hair? Did you grab anything from that office?
I mean, we have the armor at Dawnbreak. That's the only thing I think that we have. And we have the ledger that she had. We could maybe get some sort of fingerprints. I don't know if that would work. I'm guessing you need some sort of DNA. Maybe there's some hair in the armor. I don't know.
Is there a way to destroy or cut off the Witchwood?
Yes, and why don't we cut off our own hands while we're at it? Don't be silly.
You haven't had it for how long?
Are you going to make yourself an enemy, Miss Mages?
How long ago was this Witchwood? Did it disappear?
20 years ago.
And before that time, was there anybody who kept watch over it, protected it? Where did it reside?
Roll manipulate someone.
9?
Okay. I think before she answers your question, she is going to sort of walk over to like a bookcase and pull out a drawer and put the branch in there and shut it.
We weren't giving that to you.
And yet you have. It resided in the secret grove, accessible only to, well, those who already knew where it was.
And who knew where it was? Witches, druids?
Dear thing, we've known each other not 10 minutes. You didn't even eat my toast, and now expect me to spill the secrets that I've been guarding for generations?
You didn't offer me any, actually, but we are here to solve a mystery. And whoever this person is that summoned this tree or brought this tree through, they have somebody that's very important to me, and we need to get them back. So you'll forgive me if I'm not being particularly polite.
Is that right? She leans back and crosses a leg. Tell me of this important person. Ruby. No. If she wishes to know my secrets, I would know hers.
He is I guess you could say sort of an apprentice of mine. His name is Gad. He's a young man. Was just trying to help, found this fog, was curious, went exploring, and then he went missing.
Curious. Well, I suppose there's no harm in telling you now. There's nothing in it. I will take you to the secret grove if you so wish to go.
What I'm wondering is if this Witchwood is so important to you, we have a part of the root. Maybe you could replant it and cut off wherever it's coming from elsewhere.
Then I would owe you quite a favor indeed. Your friends are too kind, Sematina. What would your price be?
You help us track down whoever has Gad.
Roll manipulate someone.
8.
I will find your important friend. You will help me to replant my Witchwood. And then our business will be concluded. Ruby, that's totally... No, if this person is so very important, this price should be sufficient.
Hey, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to use the things I've seen move? Or when I encounter a creature or phenomenon, I can declare that I've seen it before? And I'm thinking and wondering if maybe my parents or members of the Maggio have encountered Svora Silentium?
Mm-hmm.
That maybe they're both magic users, so I'm sure they've crossed paths.
And I think in specific, Ruby Black has this particular witch.
And Theo has made it, I don't know if made it a point is the right word that I'm trying to say, but Theo's not giving her last name. It's just Theo that she gave him.
Yep.
Trying to stay incognito.
The first thing is that, yes, since well over a decade, Ruby's been in the wind. So I don't know that in your sort of lifetime or career, you would have had a personal run-in with her.
No.
But I'm to ask you some questions.
Part of me is imagining, I don't know what kind of interactions you're thinking that maybe Ruby has had with my parents or the Maggio, but I'm imagining Theo as like maybe a child and like one of those instances where like her and her sister were running around the mansion and I don't know, maybe bumped into their parents during like a meeting or something.
I think that makes a ton of sense. For sure, the Maggio and the Sororis would have worked together.
Because my parents have definitely hosted meetings and such at our house.
So, okay. What you walked in on, or probably spied on and then were caught out, was a sort of attempt by... It was a number of different people from a number of different sort of magic-using groups that were sort of trying to build a magic United Nations, like a representative body from this coven of witches, from the Maggio themselves, from certain cadres of alchemists and such around town. And I think Ruby was quite hostile to the idea. I think the useful fact is that she was indeed so hostile that she sort of tried to pull a magical knife on somebody, but it was immediately dispelled because of the wards on your family's house. She was surprised at how powerful those were. And yeah, the danger to watch out for is that she would likely still command a degree of respect and authority over, well, anyone who's heard of her. And she's cunning, manipulative, and has a vicious temper.
Is my family like okay with or interested in this United Nations of magical beings?
Not anymore.
Okay.
So, we need to figure out who exactly brought this tree here, where it's coming from. Seems like it maybe has a new grove that it is growing in, and it is now spilling out into this reality. I'm trying to just think of like what's our best bet to figuring out where to go next.
I have an idea of what we could do next, but Theo's not willing to say it in front of Ruby.
I think Kira might then just ask Ruby, do you have any ideas how we might track down my very important friend? And did we ever hear back from Dawnbreak on that blood that we had given them?
Oh, the blood on the
seashell.
You will, I think, when this conversation is over.
I also am wondering, like, as Kira asks that question, if Anna might be able to see if, like, there's a spell in her spell book that would help. Either, like, track down where Gad is, like some sort of locator spell or something.
Yeah, why don't you roll Investigate a Mystery?
Would novice polymath apply here? When you consult your notes and books of study, roll plus sharp. On a hit, the keeper will tell you a useful and specific piece of advice you found in your studies. On a 10 plus, take plus 1 forward to follow this advice.
Roll novice polymath.
8. That means I get one useful and specific piece of advice. I just don't get the plus 1 to follow it.
You know, there is an entity that lives at the Clockwork Child that's proven really good at finding people.
Oh, Skull?
Mm-hmm.
Would this be something that, like, Skull could help track down Ramsey?
I mean, he could. You might wind up owing him a favor.
I'd owe a bird that's stuck in a tapestry a favor?
You know that's not all he is.
Well, you won't tell me. I mean, and I think Anna just kind of looks at Kira. It's important.
Aw.
Hey, Skull. She's like, this is like a long range thing, right? We don't have to be in the thing. No? Okay.
Hey.
Could we maybe do some of this not here? We don't want to take up Ruby's time or hospitality.
All right, so to Dawnbreak then?
Dawnbreak. Thanks for the hair.
Okay, so driving back into town, Kira, roll act under pressure.
That is 9.
You're driving pretty much fine. However, you do notice that there's a car following you.
Okay, I just try to casually look in the rearview mirror, clock the car. What kind of car is it? How many drivers? That kind of situation. Can I read a bad situation?
Yeah, why don't you?
That is a big ol'... Yeah, just 7. Not great. So is that one question?
Yes.
I mean, I'm trying to just clock the situation and see if I can figure out who is following me. Do I recognize them or something?
It's not a car that you recognize.
What kind of like car and is it?
Yeah, it's sort of like a forest green SUV.
Well, I think Kira might like say to whoever is riding in the car, which I think it's the same arrangement. So Theo and Mark, I think, are in there. I think Kira would just say, don't everybody look, but there is a car following us right now.
Should I take care of it?
Well, we have 2 options. We take care of them now, or we drive them into a location and take them out somewhere else.
Any idea who it might be?
I have a couple of thoughts. It could be Tower or one of her goons. It could be Rex. It could be really anyone. We have a lot of enemies.
Do you want to maybe try and take a less violent approach? I can try and get some more information.
If you can figure out who is in the car.
Johnny, would I be able to observe that car?
Yeah, why don't you roll that?
I think Kira might start taking, because I assume Yano is following us also, because he probably does not know where we're going. So I'm just going to start taking some deliberate, not straight to Dawnbreak turns, just to keep it going for a little while.
I rolled an 11.
When
Okay.
she takes those turns, am I able to see out the back window about, who, like any details of the individuals, or are the windows blacked out?
I mean, roll read about situation.
11.
3 questions.
Are there any recognizable features of these characters? Anything familiar?
You can tell he's got really long black hair, the driver.
I guess how many individuals are in the vehicle? Can I tell?
It's just one.
Are they trying to hide, or are they making themselves present?
They are trying to hide. They're like tailing you.
Okay.
Which is kind of why I'm wondering if we, depending on who they are, if we let them follow us.
I'd rolled an 11 to observe that car.
Yep.
Eyes roll back into my head.
Mm-hmm.
I think like one of my fingers is like tapping on my leg in a rhythm.
The SUV itself is like warded, but it's warded badly. So you can see in there, it's just a little fuzzy, like you're looking on an old, really old TV and it's kind of grainy. So it's not that easy to like make out the exact shapes of this person's face, but they do have like long, gross black hair and they're dressed kind of business goth, big flat leather jacket with a lot of chains, a lot of bracelets, a lot of rings. And this guy is kind of like sort of pudgy. The other thing that you will notice is that the back seats have been like pushed down. I think there's 3 long rectangular boxes that go almost all the way up to the top of the interior of this car. And they're occasionally rumbling.
Can we see the license plate from here, by the way?
There has to be a plate on the front, but I think it's just, you want to like take it down.
I was thinking about doing it and making a call.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to call Officer Horowitz.
Okay. I'll have you roll manipulate someone one more time.
All right, that is a 12 advanced move.
Okay. Yeah, it'll ring twice, and then he'll pick up, and you can tell he's in. You're on speaker, and he's likely in his car. Horowitz.
Hey, Horowitz. This is Kira Ashwood. We met a few times. We had dealt with that blood monster most recently. Hey, I'm wondering if you could do me a real solid here and tell me if this folk behind me who is following me, if you could run his plates for me.
Is this weird monster stuff?
I think so. Usually most stuff with me is weird monster stuff.
Okay, just give me a second. All right, read me the plates.
All right, I will tell him what the number is.
Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. Looks like it belongs to a Cornelius Vincent Snowbert of Maple Grove.
Is that who I think it is?
Probably.
Was that from Tower's business?
I feel like I would remember a Snowbird.
I remember a Vincent. I'm looking. This would have been early in season 3. Vincent Snow. He runs the website for Tower's, building. Tower's business.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. That's all that I need. Thank you so much, Horowitz.
You got it. I'd help more if I could, but I'm about to go out on patrol.
Sure. We'll talk later, I'm sure. Bye.
Kira, I have an idea.
Yes.
I mean, his car is badly warded. Actually, I could actually maybe try and dispel that. I mean, it might be a little bit hard being that it's a moving car.
That might work.
Or I could just talk to him.
Yeah, I just don't know how much the ward will stop you, because when I looked at him, things were pretty blurry.
I'm wondering if we turn the tables on him, we go somewhere. If he's tailing us, he's probably just trying to surveil us at the moment. We go somewhere, he loses sight of us, and then we drop on him and ask him some questions.
Okay.
And we could do that warding, break that warding spell so that we could actually get him out of his car.
Johnny,
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure, the wards that were on his car, were they to keep things out or to keep things in?
Mostly out.
Okay. You're the driver, Kira. Follow your lead.
Okay. I think we go with that plan. I think we lure him somewhere else and see if we can get the drop on him. Try to time it where we get the wards down when we're ready to make our move.
Let's do it.
So I think Kira would maybe, having done some retail shopping for Dawnbreak's new headquarters, I'm thinking she maybe knows of a couple other abandoned buildings in the area, and she might try to bring to an abandoned warehouse type location. And I think she might say to Mark, "Can you let the other car know what we're doing?"
I can indeed. I relay that information.
So yeah, she will start making some adjustments to her route and will head to a place that she knows to be abandoned.
Okay, roll act under pressure.
11.
Nice. Yeah, I think it doesn't take actually all that much fanciness. It's just kind of, once you've noticed that he's watching you, making the switch from one destination to another feel like it was the plan all along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so you pull up, you start to get out of the city proper and into a kind of real-ass warehouse district and past, just literal lots of semi-trucks parked in rows. Yeah, out to one of these other warehouses where there isn't anyone.
Does the warehouse have a pull-in area where we could park a car that would be not easily seen? I want our car to not be visible so that he kind of loses sight of it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. But it appears that we have for all intents and purposes have gone into this warehouse.
Go around a blind corner or something.
Yeah.
Kira, let me know when and if you want me to do that spell.
Yes. What I'm thinking is Kira goes and flies out kind of away, and we time it. Mark kind of keeps watch on the whole situation with his telepathy.
My noodle.
Yep. And then we kind of synchronize it.
Okay. Theo's going to prepare the spell by taking out a piece of glass and etch some runes, I think maybe Greek, in it, and takes out a black pen and will like spill the ink on this glass when like Kira like goes out of the car.
And I think for Anna's part, she might actually be prepping one of her abjuration effects. If she's able to at least get like a portion of it done, I think she wants to do the one where you can like trap a creature in its bounds.
Okay. I think, it won't be ready in time to do what I think you're trying to do with it, but you can have one of those sort of set up here.
Yeah.
So you guys are getting all of your preparations kind of done. And Mark, you weren't getting anything telepathically from the truck. I'm imagining that I think with the 11, I will allow it such that you literally sort of park both of your cars, pull them into either an alley or like a covered building. So you like got here, sort of shook him, and then have hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of like driving slow, like patrolling around here, looking for you guys.
All right, then Kira is going to exit the car and be like, "Give me 30 seconds, Theo." And then she's gonna try to sneak around in the air to dive bomb him.
Okay. Sneak around in the air.
Yes.
Talk me through that.
I think she kind of wants to like loop around. Like if she knows his car is coming this way, she'll come up from like the behind the car, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm going to have you roll act under pressure again.
Yes. That is a 13 advanced move.
Well, fuck. Okay, you kind of go out the other side of this building, the other end of this alley, and take to the sky and swing around and then until you are flying more or less right above him.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then I will wait for what I believe to be about 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then she's gonna dive down and land on the roof of his car, and I think punch through the window.
Roll, kick some ass.
That's a 10 to kick some ass.
Okay. So you won't injure yourself. Punch through the driver's window?
Yeah, I kind of imagine it's like one of those things where, she like lands down and then just like through the top of it, yeah.
From inside you're hearing, fuck! And the flick of a pocket knife opening up, and he sort of flails it wildly at you, but isn't able to connect.
Okay.
Can I dispel these poor wards?
You'll have to like run out to the truck.
That ruined the cool image I had in my mind. Okay, yeah, Theo will run out to the car. I'm guessing she'll have to like take out her box cutter and like scratch out some runes.
I think the thing that you are wanting to do with that thing will work. It's just it's a proximity thing. You have to do it like right at where the wards are. They've designed this spell such that you don't accidentally take off your own protection.
So then I guess Theo will run out of the car and up to this other car carrying this small pane of glass. And in Greek will like say extinguish and like snap this pane of glass. I think her eyes are white with maybe blue like sparks. And hopefully I just spill these words. That's an 8. So on a 7 to 9, I take 1 harm as the strain of dismantling magic unravels myself.
Nice.
But it also says on a hit, momentary magics are canceled completely and long-lasting spells and effects are suspended temporarily.
Okay. You snap this pane of glass, and then something kind of shimmering that you hadn't realized was around the SUV stops. Yeah, Kira, from on top of the car, you hear some hisses and growls inside, and you want to try to pull him out?
Yes.
Roll kick some ass again.
Fuck. 14.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Advanced move.
Pick your advantage then from the list.
I'll give everybody a +1 forward. I'll do that.
Okay. So you rip him out. I think you like take the door off the hinges, throw him sliding across the pavement. And now this car is just careening. I assume you jump off of it.
Yes, I think so.
And it'll kind of like skid and then like slam into a wall of one of the buildings.
Mark, do you want to help me check out this car? These boxes?
I think I'm there, and yeah.
And Theo and Mark will investigate these boxes of growling things.
Of the growling things. And I think Kira is just trying to hold Vincent down until Anna can maybe run over to try to like trap him, if that is possible.
Can I have Dockers smoke it so that it's whatever's inside is high?
You'll have to see when you get there. Of note, Kira, I think if you could get him to where Anna made that thing.
Oh, okay. So she's like, has it ready to kind of go.
Yes.
Okay, well then she might try to... Could she knock him out?
Yeah.
I think she might try to just do that because I feel like trying to like force him over there would just be harder. And she's like, fuck this. And just like elbows him to knock him out.
All right, you knock him out and you drag him into the place. Mark and Theo, you like open up the back of this thing. And yeah, sure enough, there are like, kind of wooden crates almost that are arranged alongside each other. There are 3 of them. And they're rocking back and forth pretty severely.
Can you tell what those are?
I have no idea. Maybe dockers can like calm it down a little bit?
There's definitely something alive inside each of these boxes, Mark.
Or can you connect to it?
Sure. I think Mark reaches out. Is there a way for me to like just observe through the eyes of this other thing, like what it is?
I'm going to have you roll tune in.
14.
Ooh, nice.
Damn, son. What do you want to know?
What are these creatures?
So you sort of look within one of these things. It's a very odd experience to to step into its mind. It's because it's in some kind of a fury. It's like a lizard brain. It feels like you are party to a never-ending anxiety attack.
Okay.
And you can tell from its kind of self-perception and the senses of itself, you can't see it because all it can see is darkness of inside the box. But you can tell that this thing is very long and thin, vaguely humanoid. It has 4 front legs. It walks on all 4s, sort of like that. It has 4 front legs and then 2 very long hind legs and big spikes on all of its elbows.
Do the hands look like the vision I had?
They look much smaller than that. Very, I feel like I keep saying skeletal, but skeletal. They're like long and narrow. Gnarled. Thank you.
Mark, could you maybe calm it down?
Yeah, Dockers, can you help me out?
What?
I need you to boil in the green. Can you do that for me?
All right, man. You want to party?
Well, I need these 2 guys to party.
There's 3.
Oh, sorry. These 3 of them. Are you able to make them boil in the green?
Only one way to find out. Mark, roll, use magic.
8.
Pick a glitch.
Unwanted side effect.
Oh.
I always hope you say that, Mark. You are my favorite agent of chaos. So, Theo.
Yeah.
You see a now distressingly familiar sight when Mark takes a deep breath and exhales just this unending cloud of green smoke filling up the truck.
Mark coughs a bunch.
Which then also spills out of the torn off front door, gets caught in the wind and comes straight at you.
Great. Theo starts coughing and gets lightheaded.
Mm-hmm. And these things, like the shaking of the boxes slows down somewhat, and then it's like when a cat wants to come into the room. There's just some persistent but not furious scratching on the inside of these boxes.
Is Mark still stable, or is he also affected by this?
Mark's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Theo sits down on the cement. She's starting to feel a little dizzy, lightheaded.
So I'm like focused on this, and then I look over. Theo, are you okay?
The ground is like really sturdy right now, Theo.
Yeah.
Like sturdier. That's a weird word. The sturdiest.
Feels better being here.
Did you get affected by that? Okay, why don't you
What?
You're doing great. Just hold on a second. And I think Mark is gonna because you said the door opened and this stuff came out.
The front driver's side door is off, gone, and then the back is open.
Okay. Are these boxes like clasped down or anything like that? Or are they?
Nope, they're just loose, shoved back in there.
What is Yano doing?
You tell me what Yano's doing.
I mean, I think Yano definitely has gotten out. I'll leave it up to you to have him either check on Theo or go to the car.
Car.
Okay.
Is there anything that I can find to like secure the boxes for the time being? Like are there bungee cables in the back of the car or something like that? Or
Not really.
Yano would.
Oh, that's likely true. You need like some rope or something to tie him down. Rope and a bunch of cables.
Yano, are you able to provide me with something to secure this?
On it. He runs back to his truck and comes back with a length of rope and a handful of bungee cables and passes you the bungee cables and sets to work.
All right, hold this here. I'm gonna wrap these, and then I think he does that, and then all right, can we move this to our car?
Move what?
These boxes. I mean, we can't leave these things here.
By the way, Jonny, did we successfully contain Vincent?
Yes.
And then I think Anna might kind of be wandering over and be like, yeah, we can take them, I guess. What are they?
Mark, roll act under pressure to try to start tying these things down.
12. Advanced move. I see a little clock. I'm out. Nope.
Yes, you do. One of the, I think the top like corner of one of these things starts to open up and you see like these really long bony fingers start to like claw their way out and pry it open harder. And yeah, you just like snap some unpleasant little sparks at them to make them retreat. And then you pull on the rope to shut it.
So are we can you guys help me bring this back to the car? Like I'm sure there's a place we can put this thing that is safe and then we can figure out what the hell it is.
Yeah. We could probably bring it to either Dawnbreak or...
I was going to say, can't Dawnbreak like do some like tests on it or something? Like...
Yeah, let's bring it. We can bring it to Dawnbreak. Fuck. And I think Anna's trying to like look through her, either maybe one of her other abjuration or even her book to see if there's like a way to like maybe more safely transport these things, magically lock them down.
What are you talking about? These are safe. Tap, tap.
Mark, don't do that.
Spongy cords. They stretch, but they don't break.
Yeah, I don't think she has another abjuration effect that she can use because she can only use one of the effects once per mystery. And she's already trapped Vincent using that spell, so I don't think she could do it again to trap the creatures. But I'm wondering if she has some sort of spell in her book that maybe would serve a similar purpose. Or maybe even just like put them to sleep.
Oh, that you could probably find.
Yeah, like a little sleep spell and see if she could do it. What do I roll? Does it just use magic to do it? Or do I have to find it first?
I think you have to find it first. Roll investigative miss.
Okay.
Could Theo help?
Honestly, probably.
Theo's gonna drowsily mutter, try the last page.
Great. Help me. Roll really, really well.
Oh, duh. I need to roll. 10.
Fuck.
Bud.
It's not going to be enough. I rolled a 4.
Aw.
You sure did.
So and with that, it'd be a 5. It's a high F.
Let me tell you what you found. You're pretty sure you found a sleep spell.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think this is it. Great. Okay.
It's hard to read because it's scribbled down and it's definitely someone florid and it looks like it's maybe... Nope, I'm not gonna tell you. I can tell you what it is called. I'll put it in the chat because it pleases me to do so. Barak Gerdinen?
Barak Gerdinen. That looks like it's Gaelic.
Well, you are smarter than Anna.
Is it Gaelic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it involves a set of words that are, again, likely Gaelic, and the sprinkling of some specific kind of stone dust, which you likely have on you.
Okay, so then Anna will be like, this Barak Gerdinen. Well, this will work. Just need some stone dust. I think I actually have that. Here we go. Okay, and then I just have to repeat this phrase and then do this. Okay. And she'll start to try to cast the spell that she assumes is the sleeping spell.
Roll use magic.
Okay, I'm good at that. 11.
So yeah, you cast that spell. You sort of scatter on top of the boxes this dust, and you say the words that I just put in the chat.
And this is going to be butchering it. Armakte riguin, lambra rigrenakashtla, fas ugas fasagas na stad gubrath.
Yep, you say that. And at first, nothing happens.
Mm-hmm. I'm very sure this spell is legit.
You did great.
Thanks, Theo. But I don't think it's working.
Ramsey walks out from helping to secure Vincent. What? You don't think what's working?
The Baracht Guardian and spell.
Why in the hell would you want more arms?
What?
Oh.
Then you hear inside the boxes just thud, thud,
Oh,
thud, 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 thud. They're rocking back and forth even harder than before.
Ramsey, I was looking for a sleeping spell. Where is it? Where is it in this fucking infernal thing?
One of the ropes is going to snap, and the edge of the box facing you guys is going to slam open. I think then Ramsey's going to say, I don't think we're going to have time for a sleep spell.
Fuck.
So yeah, one of them is going to dive straight out of the center box. On the driver's side, I'll say, the top is just going to explode up with these two enormous light gray, heavily muscled arms. They don't look like the hand at all.
I think Anna kind of just lurches back and is like, why would you even have a spell for that?
Can I have Dockers try and smoke up the car again?
Roll act under pressure first.
12. Vince move.
All right, you are able to try this. Roll use magic.
13.
You do it again. One of them will get past you. That was the thing that you were rolling the first thing for. You'll manage to step out of the way of the first one of these things, and then you will shoot another plume of smoke into the back of this car. And it will become a little opaque, and you won't be able to see in there for just a second. The thing that came out, I mean, yeah, it is like a very hunched over humanoid thing. It's walking on two of its front hands, and its long, spiny hind legs. Its other two hands are up and ready to sort of strike. It's coming for Anna, and then it has growing like wings out of its back, these two huge, I'm about to really lance through some of the horror on this, these two Geodude arms.
Oh God.
Huge, muscly, made out of rock.
I was really scared for a second, and then he said Geodude arms.
Yes. Don't be scared, guys. It's Pokemon.
Can Yano protect someone?
Yeah, why don't you roll it on his behalf?
8.
Try to envision what he's fighting with. I think it's a fucking wrench.
Yeah, I don't know what he fights with.
He does have a pistol in one hand, but a wrench in the other, and he gets in front of Anna and slams it down on one of this thing's claws, and the other one is just going to slash and rake across his back.
Then I think Anna will. I want to see if she can maybe swat at it with her staff that she probably had handy to cast a spell or something, and then we'll just crack it.
Roll kick some ass.
13 advanced move.
Okay, pick your advantage.
Let's say double harm, which the staff does 3.
Okay. Yeah, you bring down your staff. You kind of locate a joint in its arm on one of its load-bearing arms, I think, and just break it. And the bone juts through and it starts gushing this oozy dark purple blood. And it hisses and slashes at you and jumps back. So you would take 2 harm, minus whatever armor you have.
Okay, she's got 2.
And then it skitters back away from you, posts up to try to fight you, but then forgets about its hand, falls a little bit. It's not good. It's not doing good.
I think Mark goes, shit, and then pulls out his sword and tries to go for it.
And did all 3 of them come out or just the one?
One is climbing out of the green right now.
11.
All right. So pick your advantage.
Do more harm.
All right. You come up on its side and bury your sword into the side of it. Basically goes all the way through because it's just this emaciated thing. It will bring down one of its huge stone arms to try and crush you. So you would take 3 harm minus any armor you have. It's drooling that horrible blood out of its mouth now, but it's still technically up.
Can Kira come in? I kind of imagine that since that guy is knocked out, she might have had Donovan just keep an eye on him. If she can come in, I think she might try to just hack at this thing with her axe.
Okay, roll kick some ass.
8 to kick some ass.
So you give and you take. The quickest way to get there would be to fly, but that will put you in range of its huge stone arms.
Mm-hmm.
It'll hit you with one of those, but then you will bury your axe in the middle of its head. So you will take 3 harm minus any armor that you have.
Yeah, and I think her axe does 4 harm.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, this one is down. Another one is crawling a little shakily out of the SUV.
Okay. Have we seen these things before? Like, did they remind us of anything we've seen before? Could Kira roll Dark Past? No?
Kira could roll Dark Past.
Okay.
But this isn't anything you guys have seen before.
It's a 7 only. So then she gets 1 question. I think she'll just ask when I dealt with this creature or one of its kind, what did I learn? Like, is it reminiscent maybe of a similar creature that she has come across?
I think it is. There's a creature that you know of called a skitter. It's a manufactured monster, is the thing you know about it.
Kind of like all those, is it faceless or those stitched up bodies when you encountered Tower before?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that a similar kind of vibe as them?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay. Kira might kind of go over towards Theo, because then she looks like she's kind of weak, and be like, are you okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
Theo, you knew she was going to say that.
Wait, did you say that?
No. Look, these creatures, they're created. Were made by someone. I'm wondering if maybe like your entropy magic would be really helpful here.
That's a good idea.
And kind of unmake them.
Cool.
Because the other one's crawling out, right? Are you okay? What's going on?
Wait, what?
Can I read a bad situation to see what's going on with Theo?
Yes.
That's an 8.
She's high.
Kira just looks at Mark and is like, God damn it, Dockers.
Sorry, I thought it was going to work.
No, it's fine. Just drink lots of water.
What?
Then I think if the other one is crawling out, Anna might be like bashing it like as it's crawling out of the box. Just like, back.
You want to roll kick some ass?
Yes. 11.
Okay. Yeah, at first it's going to sort of shield itself with its stone arms, but then it will lash out at you with its 4 claws. Pick your advantage.
I'll just inflict terrible harm, so an additional harm for 4 harm.
So yeah, you'll take 2. You'll smash its hands up a little bit.
I think Theo seeing Anna hitting this thing. Oh! And then like throw her hand almost like she's throwing a baseball and throw a ball of force.
Roll combat magic.
8.
Oh, yeah. But sometimes the situation may require you to act under pressure to cast your spell without problems, and you are high as fuck. So please roll act under pressure.
9.
Okay. Then I would have you pick a glitch.
The effect is of short duration.
Okay. So I think that means the ball of force will start to dissipate just before it hits, and it's going to smash into one of the stone arms.
It's like getting hit with a snowball instead.
It'll do half of the harm that it otherwise would have.
Mm-hmm. Got you, Anna.
Does that mean it's no harm? Because is that a 1 harm thing?
So my blast does 2 harm, and then my force does 1.
It's 1.
I think I kind of want to do like a combo move with Mark if he's game. If this thing is kind of coming out, Kira might just actually yank it the rest of the way out so that they can get a better hit on it. She might like kind of just yank it out and try to like swipe at it with like its axe across its head and like maybe get it into like a good open position for Mark to also hit it.
To sever it in half?
Yeah, with your sword. Like I go high, you go low.
Sounds good to me.
I would like both of you to roll kick some ass.
11 for Kira.
Okay.
6.
Oh god.
So, Kira swings her axe and catches this thing on the face, digs it in, and drags it, tosses it bodily towards Mark, where it lands at Mark's feet. Did you say 6, Mark?
Yep. I drop the sword and I lose part of my foot.
Don't give him ideas.
You go to swing your sword at this thing, but it has more arms than you were considering, and it actually grabs you by the wrist with one of its claw hands. And yeah, it'll crack your wrist to one side, and you will lose control of the sword.
No!
And then it's going to jump on top of you, Mark, and start mauling you.
Can Anna try to protect someone?
How?
I think she sees this thing like about to pounce, and I'm wondering if like she could maybe like with her staff actually like kind of come up underneath it to like pivot it away from him.
Roll act under pressure. because the answer is kind of.
10?
Okay.
On a 10 plus, you suffer little harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy. You hold the enemy back.
Yep. Okay. So which thing?
All impending danger is focused on me.
Okay. So it's still going to get a couple of hits in on Mark. So Mark, you will take 2 harm, less any armor you have.
Okay, so it's bashing on my shield or my chest.
Yeah, slashing at you. And then Anna, you get in under it and like try to lever it off of him. It will get a really good hit in on you. You will take 2 harm as well. And then it lands on its back, thrashes pretty wildly with both of its stone arms, denting the ground and sort of launching it back into a crouched position. And it growl hisses at you.
She's like kind of trying to do that one of those things where she's got like her like staff and is like trying to like hold it at bay, and she's like like pushing it back,
lunging and
yes.
Can Mark regain himself and try to slash at this thing again?
I'm going to need you to roll act under pressure to do the first thing.
8.
So here's the deal. That thing kind of broke your wrist.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
So you have to switch hands.
Yes.
Fuck.
Or you could slash with your good hand. So here's the deal. It will be, you could slash with your good hand where you'll be able to use it effectively, but you will take 1 harm ignore armor if you attack that way. Or you can slash with your offhand where you will do half damage.
Can I use magic instead of sword?
You can.
All right, I'm gonna lob a fireball at it. You son of a bitch!
Roll use magic.
Okay, fuck these dice. 6.
Anna's like, Ramsey any day now.
I think, Mark, you burst into flames.
Oh,
Ow, what am I doing?
You have lost control.
could Theo help, Mark?
You want to like roll help out of that spell? How would you help?
I mean, the thing I was thinking about is that maybe Theo takes out her gun and shoots it.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Do we do action or pressure first? Because I'm high.
Yes.
14, advanced move.
Okay, now roll kick some ass.
9.
All right. But I do think at this distance,
It is a revolver.
yeah, you hit it sort of squarely in its side.
Hey. That does 2 harm, by the way.
Okay. So yeah, this thing, a big hole sprouts into existence where the bullet went through and starts spewing out this like crude oil consistency, dark purple stuff.
It's getting all over Anna. Ew. Can Ramsey attack this thing?
Sure. Roll kick some ass on her behalf.
Okay.
Someone put me out. I'm on fire.
That's a 12. I don't know if advanced moves is called here, but it is an advanced move for Anna.
All right, this is actually going to be kind of cool. So you are holding this thing back. You feel like a gust of wind from behind you, and then you see above you Ramsey leaping through the air, spins in the air and lands with 1 foot on each of this thing's huge stone arms. And then I think she has a small 9mm gun that's a shiny ivory.
Mm-hmm.
Which she expertly has in her hand, points right down at this thing and pulls the trigger. And it's like, I don't know if it's just because it looked so cool or if there really is something else going on with this gun, but it is like a straight line, like a shaft of sunlight.
Okay.
Just goes through this thing and pins its head to the ground, and it breathes no more.
And just like slumps down on Anna. Oh! Ugh. Shifts it off of her. Thank you. There's still one more, right?
Yeah.
Is it in the box? Coming out? What is it doing?
You can't. The smoke is kind of clearing in the SUV, and then you can hear like scratchy wheezing. There is a big hole in one corner of the box, but nothing seems to be coming out of it or moving or wrestling away in any way.
I think maybe with the other end of Kira's axe, so like the pointy end and not the like axe end of it, she might just stab into the box.
Yeah, I'll just let that happen. And then you hear like a when you pull out your axe, the end of it is sort of dripping in this horrible viscous fluid.
Okay, is it making lots of noises still?
Just some soft, slowing, gurgling coughs.
All right, cool.
Theo lays like back down on like just the pavement, just like on her back.
Kira's just like,
Yano is going to walk over to Theo and pick you up by the shoulders and be like, nope, and get you up away from the flowing puddle of this fluid that you didn't realize was coming towards your head.
Get off. Theo's gonna like try and like push at Yano.
Roll act under pressure.
7.
I think you push, but it's kind of, you wrestle away from him, but it's sort of ineffectual. So he gets you somewhere else and leans you up against the building where the cars are parked.
What? Comfortable there.
I think Kira comes over and like hands you like a Gatorade and she's like, start drinking.
I'm not thirsty.
Theo, you're high and I need you clear-headed right now.
Why? Mark is weird. He can do it.
Mark is laying on the ground, singed, and his hair is missing again.
You've got Anna and Ramsey, too. They've got a spell book. Just look at the last page.
The creatures are dead. The sleeping spell is out of question. It's not going to happen anymore. I mean, maybe it would help you guys.
Nap sounds really good.
Can Mark try to heal himself?
Yes.
If the monster's already gone, what do you need?
Your brain.
Why? It's all fuzzy right now.
Well, to try to heal myself.
Okay. So you effortlessly heal 1 harm.
Can I use lay on hands on myself?
Yes. And I think that just happened.
Then I have only 1 harm now.
Did you say that Yano like slumped Theo against like a wall instead?
Yep.
Theo like definitely like slides to like the ground and just like legs just out and she's just against it, not drinking this Gatorade. This is too much effort.
I do think Anna is like kind of arguing with Ramsey and is like, why is there a spell to create more arms? Why is that even a thing?
It was a different time.
A time when people wanted more arms?
Like I said, we're not following a guidebook here. Someone made up that spell and they put it in here. They must have needed more arms.
Whatever. They need to like have modern translations in here. I think Kira will be the mom and she will get like Mark and Theo like some Gatorade and some snacks and like
I don't think Mark was high. Are you just giving him snacks?
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought he was high too.
No, Mark was not high.
It just seems like him.
Yeah.
That's just what Mark is like.
Never mind. Then
he's exuding a lot of Dockers.
Just for Theo, I mean, Kira would probably just double check that he's like, seems like he's okay, but it looks like he took care of himself with the land hands. But she's gonna give Theo some food and some Gatorade, and just will try to like do whatever she can to get Theo back to normal.
Theo will eat some of the snacks, but will refuse to drink the Gatorade.
You're gonna want it soon.
Fine, I can just heal myself.
You cannot heal yourself of being high.
Sure I can. Watch, and Theo's gonna use magic.
Roll it.
11.
Okay, you heal up any harm you had.
Okay, I don't have any harm. I didn't at the beginning, so. See, like, I'm magical.
But you're still high.
But you are still high.
Bum bum ba-dum, bum bum ba-dum, bum bum ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hello, listeners, and welcome to the intermission for episode 14. You might be wondering why I'm humming the Wedding March song and why I'm all by myself this week. Well, that is because John and Miah are busy planning their wedding and, getting married, so kind of a big deal. By the time that this episode comes out, they will actually be married, so woo! Congratulations to the future of Mr. and Mrs. Seriously, if any of you guys have planned a wedding before, then you know just how crazy things can get. So in order to give John and Miah some time to enjoy the newlywed life and give ourselves some time to recuperate from all of the planning, we're going to be making some adjustments to our schedule. So let me tell you a little bit about what's coming up these next few weeks. So first, next week, we have a bonus book club episode coming out where John talked world building with some very talented GMs, including Natalie from the Storyteller Squad, Quinn from Monster Hour, David from Trials of the Apocalypse, and of course, Jonny from here. It's a lot of fun, and there are some great tips about how to enrich your game worlds. So definitely check it out, especially if you are a new or aspiring GM. And then 2 weeks from now, instead of our normal cover story episode, we will be releasing the first 2 episodes from our Patreon exclusive series, Blades of Brickwall. This is a mini campaign where we used the Blades in the Dark game system to play as thieves and scoundrels trying to pull off daring heists in the cyberpunk Victorian city of Brickwall. It's definitely a different vibe from a cover story game, but we are just as much of a dipshits there as we are in our regular games. So if you like it, I highly recommend you check it out and maybe consider subscribing to our Patreon so you can listen to the full thing. And then 2 weeks from that, we will be back to our regular schedule with the next cover story episode on October 10th. I know that is a while to wait for the next episode, so I truly do appreciate your patience as we all take some much needed time off. That's it for my announcements, so let me just share a couple of quick reminders before we get back to our show. First and foremost, if you'd like to support us, there are several great ways to do that. You can leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever you listen to us on, and tell your friends about us because word of mouth is the best way for our show to get noticed. You can also follow us on social media. We are on Twitter at Monster Playbook, and on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and now Blue Sky Social. That's right, we got that sweet invite, so we are over there if you want to give us a follow and check out what we're doing over there. We are also in our Discord server. Our lovely Discord server, if you have not joined, is a great place to be. We have bi-weekly listening parties whenever an episode drops. We talk about fan theories, we share art, and do all sorts of fun things. So come and join us. I promise we're friendly. You can also support us monetarily, whether that is subscribing to our Patreon or on our merch store and Ko-fi page. We really appreciate anything that you guys can give. Links to all of those things and more can be found in our Direct Me profile, which is in this episode's show notes. Our promo for this week is for Stories and Sorceries, a D&D 5th edition podcast from 5 friends who love D&D and wish to take you on their adventures. Stories and Sorceries tells the fantastical tales of 4 would-be heroes as they take on epic adventures. Let's take a listen.
Welcome to Frangature, a world dominated by a large continent broken into 4 nations. But we begin our journey in the eastern land of Alkiar, a nation of sand and dunes. It is there we find our 4 would-be heroes. Eustace, the duty-bound paladin.
You will rue the day, sir, when you die.
His estranged brother, Astrion, a sword for hire.
Well, I ain't no goddamn that guy, but...
The soul-bound twins, Albion.
We go find the girls in the town and we sneak out behind the town hall and we drink a little bit and touch the soft part of the inside of each other's elbows. You know what I'm saying?
And Dreg.
Aha! I've been tainted!
The twin dragons from the Tangwu Monastery. Join us and these 4 as we unfold the stories of this world.
You can find out more about Stories and Sorceries on their Twitter at SAS_pod or wherever you get your podcasts. And with that, let's get back to the episode. All right, so then I think Kira might go over to the trapped Vincent Snow.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still passed out?
I think he's coming too.
I think she's just gonna stand. Actually, no, she's gonna crouch down, kind of wait for him to wake up. Vincent.
2 more minutes.
Sorry, Cornelius?
Mom? Wait, what the? How do you know that? Why am I? Then he sort of gets up and tries to leave, but finds that he can't. What the hell did you do?
I just thought we could have a chat, you and I, face to face, since you seem to be eager to follow me.
I don't have to tell you anything.
Oh, you don't have to. But this whole conversation will just go much easier if you comply. I have ways, Cornelius.
He looks concerned that you know that name.
Those creatures that you had in the back, how'd you make them?
What do you mean had?
I think she just looks at one of the severed arms that's on the ground. Had.
Oh, geez. Tower's gonna kill me. Do you have Dark Negotiator?
I do.
Then roll Manipulate someone.
Hell yes. That is 13 advanced move.
Shit. Okay, yeah. At the sight of the severed arm, he will change the shit out of his tune. And yeah, he immediately gets scared and goes, I'll tell you everything.
Great. Tower wanted you to make these creatures? What for?
In case I was discovered, I'm supposed to follow you.
Why was she wanting you to follow us?
Because of that one, cocks his head at Theo.
Theo's like giggling to herself.
I see. And did she have any sort of involvement with that fog that had happened to roll into town?
Well, it depends what you mean by involvement. She knows about it, obviously. She's using it to her advantage, obviously.
How so?
Ah, jeez. Well, you people fucked up, first of all, because you were supposed to be the one to investigate it. She was setting a trap.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that hits Kira a little bit. What kind of trap? What was she hoping to do?
You guys are friends. Good guys, whatever. You, nods to Kira, go missing. She, nods to Theo, goes looking for you. And because your strength is divided, then Tower and I could be waiting for you and take what she unrightfully stole.
What, the armor?
His favor.
You see, how I see it, the Star King will choose who he wishes. Tower, what she was doing was just pathetic, trying to get his attention, when clearly his interests lied elsewhere.
Are you gonna kill me?
Oh, that really depends, Vincent. Sorry, Cornelius. So many names. Where could I find Tower? Where was she hoping to lure us in? Cornelius, I don't want to have to use force.
It's wherever she pushed him into, what's on the other side of the plants. She's there.
The other side of the plants? The trees?
The Dead Sea.
So it is the Sea Kingdom after all. Why do you follow her, Tower?
What kind of question is that? She's the Mage Queen.
The Mage Queen who is jealous of a sorceress?
Not jealous. She's the rightful choice.
If she was really the rightful choice, don't you think the Star King would have chosen her?
Is your endgame here just to make this guy feel bad?
I'm picking at his logic.
To what end is my question?
I guess sort of really shatter whatever loyalty that he really has with Tower. Cast doubt on like that she's really somebody worth following.
Could I help out? I have a move called Fellow Believer. People understand you've also known strangeness. Bystanders will talk to you about weird things they would not trust another hunter to believe.
He's not a bystander, but you could help out.
Okay, I want to help out because I think Theo might like reach out, like just like touch his like foot or something and look at him and just like, it's hard imagining that somebody with so much power could be anything but good. Like you look up to them and you have certain expectations of them and you really believe that they can never do you wrong and they'll always be there.
Yeah, exactly. She's the best.
But when you're in trouble, I mean, where is she? And Theo kind of like looks around. She's not here protecting you or helping you.
She has important work to do.
But didn't she leave you behind when she ran from her and she kind of like nods to Kira? She went off to the Sea Kingdom, and where were you?
No, I want Kira to roll manipulate someone and Theo to roll help out.
It's a 10 for Kira.
13 advance move.
Fuck off.
So then that makes Kira's manipulate somebody advanced.
Yes, it does.
But, I mean, she came back, but, I mean, who's to say that she's not just gonna leave you behind?
Oh, he's fully crying.
I think Theo has a little bit of a sparkle in her eye, too. You were excited that she came back for you, but it could all happen again.
She just wanted me to do grunt work. That's all she ever wants me to do.
You have a lot more you can do.
Yeah, I do.
But you didn't have anybody. You only had her.
I'm good at stuff.
I'm sure you are.
You should do something else. She's got a great organization.
I think Kira just slowly turns to Theo like
with a look that says, "Are you high?"
She's a great leader. She will come after you. Shuri's coming after
that. I'm sure that was a really good follow-up. Look, Vincent, do you know anything else that could help us with tracking down Tower? I think you can agree that she hasn't been treating you very fairly. She should pay for that, shouldn't she?
He'll point at his car and be like, in my glove compartment, there's a hidden panel. I took off a piece of that coral she uses to cut holes.
Vincent, and I think Kira like claps him on the shoulder. Look at you. That's excellent. I think Kira sort of just like nods her head towards Anna to like go grab it. I'm sure things will get much clearer soon. You sit tight. I know there's not like an insight check in this game, but can I roll something to like gauge Vincent? Is he somebody that is even worth really like trying to like what Theo is saying actually like integrate into Dawnbreak, or is he need to go behind bars?
That is something you have to decide for yourself.
Okay.
I have a third option. You're not going to like it.
What's that?
I could remove any memory he has of Tower.
Yeah, no.
Yano is standing behind you with his arms crossed, Theo.
What? Trying to help. Ugh, I'm thirsty.
Yeah, I think Anna hands you the Gatorade that you've refused several times, hands it to you again. And Kira's just gonna be like, with folks like these...
Anna, can you open this?
Yes, Anna does. With folks like these, removing something like that, these people, they're zealots. They're just gonna be searching for something. If you take something that's missing, they're just gonna search for something else to fill that void. It will not be good, I promise you.
Yeah, but if you just take away the pain, like, it'll be fine.
No, it will not. And they are just a hollow shell. I think Kira is going to step away and she's going to call Horowitz.
Okay.
Horowitz.
Hey, Kira Ashwood again. So that man that I had you run the plates for, I have him in custody. I guess you could call it a citizen's arrest.
On what charge?
Well, to try to explain as succinctly as she can some of the crimes that like Tower was involved in and was connected to, and that he was essentially like aiding and abetting her, and kind of talking about like the drug thing that had been going on that Kira like had busted at one time. Tower was connected to that, and they were taking kidnapping, and I think she would name the actual like individuals that they had actually freed to corroborate the story,
Mm-hmm.
and say that he was assisting with all of this.
Okay. Well, bring him in.
He wants us to bring him in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no, he is out on patrol. He will be there in a couple of minutes. He asks where you are.
I'll tell him the the weird abandoned warehouse that we are near.
The hell are you doing out there? I don't want to know.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cat and mouse scenario.
Of course.
Yes. Great. We will we'll wait for you to get here then.
Okay. So you have a couple of minutes. Anything you want to do in the meantime?
So yeah, Anna collects that coral from the glove compartment. I think just thoroughly searches the car for any other evidence, things that might be helpful. Honestly, Anna might use oops again if that would apply here.
You know what?
Yeah.
You will find a well-worn copy of a guide to tarot cards with notes in the margins.
Okay.
So you gather those things up, and then Horowitz will arrive.
Theo is laying back on the pavement.
She okay? Horowitz says.
Yeah. Theo throws up a thumbs up.
Just a little winded, little bit of a scuffle we had getting to restrain him, but it's all good now. It's kind of like side eyes, like the arms that are definitely still like on the ground. They haven't been cut up.
Huh.
Being that there's a normal police officer that has showed up, Theo's going to try and throw glamour on her eye and hand.
Roll it.
8.
Okay.
More simple glamour.
Yeah, it kind of won't hold up to scrutiny.
Theo, cuts her finger, smears it into, a makeup compress or compact, and then just, wipes it, on herself. And it magically does things, but saying that those are the physical things, components.
Okay, and it kind of works. Is he going to be able to take Vincent out of the...
Yeah, because it just traps a creature within its bounds. So I think, it's somebody could like enter technically. He just can't leave.
Okay.
So I think as soon as he's like in and we have him, then Anna would dispel it. Have him handcuffed or whatever.
So yeah, he's under arrest. And yeah, Horowitz will sort of look around at everything, see the monster parts, and just sort of will himself not to see it. Slap on the cuffs and start you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, a cannon will be used against you in a court of law, etc., etc. Put him in the back of the squad and drive away.
How is Theo feeling? Is she coming down?
It's probably starting to fade, I would assume.
Yeah, kinda. You stay high for a little while. You're getting better.
When Mark healed earlier, was he able to fix his hand, or is his hand still broken?
Your hand is still broken and will require like full-on medical attention, but from someone who can do that.
Oh, wait. Anna's like excited. There's a thing back at the shop for that. Isn't there? One of the tapestries. Can it like fix like bones?
I think that sounds true.
Maybe we should go to the Clockwork Child.
There's a tapestry that fixes bones?
Yes. I forget what it is called, but there is a tapestry that allows you to heal folks at the Clockwork Child that I have access to as an employee.
Let's go to the Clockwork Child.
I guess that might work.
And we can maybe stock up on some potions or something and get prepped for Sea Kingdom. That'd be a bad idea.
Have we used potions before?
I don't know that you have, but you could.
Do you know potion magic?
I've been learning.
You did great last time.
Thank you.
You just got, some of Mark's hair. It's fine.
Also, is my hair singed off again?
Well, it doesn't appear to be.
Okay. Resilient.
Yeah, you still have that glamour probably working for you.
Glamours don't burn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we could go to the Clockwork Child. They have tons of supplies, right, Ramsey?
Right.
Yeah, let's head there.
Yeah, let's go.
So you are headed to the Clockwork Child. So I think I won't make you roll to get back there.
While we're on the way there, do we hear anything? Does anyone from Dawnbreak call back to report in on the stuff that they were looking into? I assume that was Gad's blood.
Yeah, you will get a call.
Yeah.
From Verdigray, which opens with him saying, "Thank you," to the person who actually dialed the phone for him.
Cute.
So, word is back on the blood on the shell. First, the good news. It isn't Gad.
Okay.
Now, the bad news. In looking into whose it is, there seems to be a wall up around investigating it. Some sort of classified information.
Classified information, as in like in the database that we're searching? And who would have that kind of status?
You know who.
If it's not Gad's blood, then it's probably Towers. And if that's the case, it might be Rex Crook that has that sort of pull.
I was going to say Rex.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Is that what Verdigray was implying? That it was Rex?
Verdigray was implying that it was ears.
Oh, okay.
Do you mean doors?
Well, now.
Okay. I'm going to call Casey Davis one more time.
All right, Kira, roll manipulate someone.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. She answers.
Kira, I saw that you had called earlier. What's up?
Well, to be quite honest with you, we had tried running a blood test for some evidence that we found left behind at a scene, and it came back with no results. And I'm wondering if perhaps Star Wars is blocking that.
Let me check to see if any active cases were blocking research. 1 second.
Casey puts you on hold. Can Casey reach out to, I don't know what department, but just to find out what active firewalls or security walls we have against or on certain cases and
Roll investigate a mystery.
10.
So there are obviously a few when you have active cases that, you don't want people with PI licenses, say, non-proper law enforcement looking through. The one that they're describing, though, isn't on. It doesn't sound familiar. That doesn't sound like how it would go. I think you sort of are having a conversation with someone in IT. There is a file that seems like it can only physically be accessed or opened on the director's own terminal. and it's old. It's been active for a while. It's the kind of thing that you heard ears kind of used to do for most of its highly classified people, the people that weren't supposed to exist. But the specifics of it are password protected. It would take you some time to crack into it, unless you could try to guess the password.
Okay, I'm gonna end the hold music.
Kira, are you still there?
Yes.
So, I'm not quite sure who exactly you're talking about. It's behind a password wall for me as well. I'm gonna see if one of my agents is available to help me figure this out. Can I get back to you with this?
Maybe if within the next hour or so. I'm going to be going on a little bit of a trip, and I might be out of service soon.
I could email you? Okay, I will try.
Please try to hurry. Gad's been taken. I think Tower has him.
Okay, on it.
She hangs up. Yeah, Casey's gonna see if Talk is able to come and help her.
I'm going to have that take place off screen.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I think we continue on to the Clockwork Trial.
Okay, you get there.
I think Mark is just playing with his hand.
Stop playing with it, Mark.
Just hold on a minute. It's weird.
Yes, we all know it's weird. Don't have to. I don't like how that looks.
Mark, you're a monster. I think Anna Ramsey will take you aside and will be like, I hope you know that if I do this, I won't be able to come with you.
Oh, I was going to offer to do it. Is it really that bad?
Yes.
Okay. Are you okay with doing that?
I mean, I'll do it, but I'm just saying, you won't have me at your back.
Well, I'll still have you in my ear. And she holds on her little necklace that she's got.
Sure.
Okay. I understand. Well, goodbye. Thank you.
Okay. So, Mark, part of the preparation of this will involve wheeling out kind of a little gurney/cot.
What is this for? Can't you just put a splint on it and do your magic?
Not if you want to use it. Lie down.
Lie down.
It is knitting your bones back together. You might want to be just put on a stretcher for this. It's fine. It's fine. And I think Anna just pushes you down.
Ah!
It's fine.
I think Mark's looking back and forth. What's going on?
When did you break your arm?
Shush. It's okay. It's okay. Anna's holding him down.
Anna,
stay still.
I can't breathe.
You're gonna want to stay still for this.
What are you doing to me?
We are repairing your bone.
You could have a little better bedside manner, Anna. And Theo has her hand kind of on Mark's shoulder and looks at Mark when did you break your arm?
The dude snapped my arm.
Yeah. When did that happen?
During the fight back there. Look, it's fine, Mark. Okay. And I think Inako might actually hop up and be sits on Mark's chest. Be see, the Inako's here. You're all calm. It's cute. It's nice. We are calm.
Wait, Anna, are you gonna do something?
Ramsey is. We're gonna repair his wrist.
Okay, I mean, if Ramsey's doing it.
I think Anna kind of just takes that slight a little bit and she's yep, you're in good hands.
Do you need anything from me, Mark? I'm sorry.
I wasn't expecting having to lay down and get pushed onto a bed. Thank you very much. Okay, you know what?
I told you it was repairing your bones. It's not going to be pleasant.
It's fine. I just wasn't expecting it. All right, do what you got to do.
Okay, stay still.
Very method, Mark. Thank you.
And I think Anna looks at Ramsey go ahead.
Just chops my hand off.
They will just give Mark's hand a squeeze before stepping away.
Hopefully my good hand.
Yes, sorry, forgot.
She just squeezes my bad hand.
Oh my god.
Ow.
You'll be better soon.
And then I think
Anna will offer any assistance if there is anything she can do.
you are to turn off all the lights and snuff out any candles that may still be lit.
Okay, she will do that.
Which Ramsey will be doing as well. And when she returns to you, Mark, she's no longer Ramsey Lincoln, she's now Lincoln. And he says, Don't worry, buddy. This is going to be worse for me than it is for you.
That, okay. Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Yes, Anna says, like, from above you, and just like, now stay still.
And you see Lincoln close his eyes. And in the sort of dim darkness of this shop, you see the ceiling begin to glow. Like an iridescent cyan, and like a sort of coordinating kind of purple. There's a huge flower mural on the ceiling. You never really noticed it before, and the paint and the colors all seem to light up and glow at first. I see the wounds, he says. I reach forward and I see them healed. And he starts to kind of do this odd sort of interpretive dance. He bends all the way over you and like brings his outstretched arms parallel with his head. I see the scars pucker and grow, a shield born of trauma. I see the bones, and he like flings one arm behind him. I reach backwards and I see them unbroken. Your wrist starts to itch, and you can tell that the lights from the flowers on the ceiling are moving. I see the impact that turned them to rubble, and I see the blueprint that built them. I reach up, he does so, and I see the ruling sight of the sun bends his palms up, parallels to the ceiling, as if holding it up. I see him look upon me and ask, has this man earned my aid? And then he folds down to like a kind of crouch, placing both palms flat on the floor. I reach down and I seek the secret eye of the moon. I see her look upon him and ask, who has hurt my child so? And then when he opens his eyes again, they are a source of light themselves, and you can see actually like iridescent petals are falling now from the mural on the ceiling. I see the wounds, I see the bones, I see the sun, I see the moon. He slowly draws himself up, places a hand on your chest and a hand on your broken wrist, says, I see the man, I see him healed. And then just a flood of these petals comes down and basically makes it impossible to see anything else but this glowing blue and glowing purple. And for just a second, your vision is totally taken up with those. And then all the candles are back on the walls, and the room is glowing with a kind of warm orange. And you look at your wrist. It's not even singed. It's not even bloody.
Exquisite.
Lincoln will collapse against you for support.
Oh, catch him.
What was that? How did you do that?
It's what I do, Mark. I believe the phrase you're looking for is thank you.
Yeah, as he says that, Mark like looks at his wrist and just kind of moves around and observes the tendons and everything like reattached. And he just looks up and he's just like, thank you.
And Lincoln goes, there it is. And his eyes kind of flutter.
I think Anna will just kind of gesture to like where like a lot of the spell components are to Theo and be like, over there. And then she's gonna...
What?
Potions.
Okay.
And I think she's gonna kind of like hobble Lincoln to like the back area where there's like that place for him to rest. And we'll maybe like start setting about like making him some sort of like tea or something that like maybe will help him heal. I don't know, some sort of like healing properties in it.
What do you need me to do?
Well, Anna was suggesting that maybe you look at the components stuff here, see if there's maybe any like potions we'd want to make in preparation before we head to the Sea Kingdom.
Okay, yeah.
I think Kira will maybe notice your confusion and be like, what would be useful in the Sea Kingdom against these sort of creatures? What do we know? And then just kind of like takes you by the arm, Theo.
Okay.
Here's some components. Anything jumping out to you? Okay, it's very good. It's very good.
And I'm actually wondering, like, if maybe there's something I could roll based on our time in the Sea Kingdom. Could I roll Dark Past?
You know what? Sure.
Okay.
Theo will be picking up like glass bottles and looking at them, putting it down, picking up like little herbs, looking at them, putting them down. Just like picking things up and like trying to look like she's doing something.
Trying to look busy.
So I rolled a 10, and I would like one of my holds to be, what black magic do I know that could help here? Because what I would like it to be is Kira being like, ooh, something that does this. What components does that, Theo? And then having it like kind of helping her building a potion, kind of.
Okay. I think you are remembering the bony fishmen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
something that's like maybe good against like dead creatures or undead creatures.
Something that's good against undead creatures. I think you can kind of tell that, like, potion-wise, I think if there's anything that you could do that could harden your skin from slashing attacks.
Okay.
Or sort of bomb-wise, I think because it's dead, you wonder if sort of life or restorative chemicals might have the opposite effect. You know what I mean?
Sure. The inverse of it.
Yeah. Like using an elixir on the main boss of the Cosmo Canyon section of Final Fantasy VII.
I think Kira will say to Theo, okay, so we're dealing with a bunch of undead creatures, so maybe something that wouldn't react super well to life or vitality, whatever the opposite of that would be. Just an all-around good protection spell to, like, steal our skin.
Yeah. Is there any lavender?
Oh, there is tons of lavender. Here we go.
Black obsidian would be helpful. Bark will probably have some if Ramsey.
I think we have some, would slate? No, not slate. Oh, here we go, obsidian.
Wait, obsidian? That runs in.
What's that herb that you like put on like chicken or like turkey? It's green.
Basil?
People sometimes name their children it ends in a Y.
Rosemary.
Yeah, rosemary.
Donovan knows.
And Kira says at the same time, rosemary.
Rosemary, we need that. And then amethyst. It's purple.
Yes. I know what amethyst is like. She grabs some amethyst.
And then some frankincense. It's kind of like holiday-esque, but like it helps. Do you see any salt?
Yes, we have lots of salt.
Black salt?
Oh, yes.
Hawaiian black salt?
Are you fucking with me? What's Hawaiian black salt?
No, why would... It's black salt from Hawaii.
We'll see here. Sure, yep, here it is.
That's it.
You did great. Now, which of these things do we need to put together?
All of it.
All in one. Is this for the dead or for skin? What is this for? What's its purpose?
You asked for a protection spell, I thought.
So this is the protection spell.
Well, yeah. Here, Theo's gonna grab a mortar and pestle and like take the harder like rocks and salt into it and then like starts like crushing it. And then puts in the other herbs, the lavender and the rosemary and the frankincense, and kind of more gently like crushes it. And then is there any oil?
What kind?
Theo I think almost rubs at her eyes. Olive oil would be best.
Sure.
And heat it up.
Yep. I think Kira finds a little some sort of cauldron or something to warm it underneath. Mark, can I get some help?
Yeah. Starts it up. And I think he also admires his wrist again. He's like, oh.
And then Theo will start sprinkling some of this ground up mixture into little bottles and then pour some oil into it, cork it, and then have a couple of them. Yeah, and then could Theo use some magic and play, because one of her practitioner things is to bar a place or portal to a specific person or type of creature. Would I be able to imbue it with some magicka?
Yeah, you sure could.
There you go. Couple of protection spells.
I think you guys do see Theo appear to reach out of the sky and waft and grab and pull down and waft something into it, but there's nothing visible.
Then I think
you wanted something against the undead?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to do some sort of, if there's, I don't know if there's a potion that would be effective against the undead, but death energy, if we did something that is the opposite of that, something that exudes life or vitality, maybe that would be particularly harmful to it.
Yeah, there's a couple. I mean, Theo's gonna look at the different shelves and things, and I think start pulling things down.
And Kira will assist her as she does that. Can we, I did have like one like quick thing that I wanted Anna to say to Lincoln.
Okay.
So yeah, I think she like brings Lincoln like some tea or something, brings it to him. I made this for you. Hopefully it'll get you back to yourself a little quicker.
Oh, you made it?
Yeah, do you want me to test it myself? It's not poisoned.
No, I know it's not poison. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for, doing that. I appreciate it.
Look, if you die out there, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I will try not to. Although, what happens if I die? That's a good question. I mean, I'm not really like a full person, right? I mean, that is, And then that gets her thinking. Do you know what would happen?
I think if you turn away to think for a second, when you turn back to say that Lincoln is asleep.
I think Anna might like pull up the covers. I think he's like laying down and like kind of like tuck him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tuck him in. Be like, thank you. And then she'll head out.
Cute.
Theo has assembled a bundle of different herbs and dried flowers and such, and I think is rolling them up into like kind of like blunts.
Man, you're just obsessed.
I wanted a different way to how to like ingest this or have this spell work, but Theo creates like a healing blunt.
A healing blunt.
Yeah, so I can tell you.
Aren't they all?
Well, okay, inhaling it like into your lungs will get it into your body faster.
Does Dockers have anything to say about this?
Oh, he's loving this shit, man.
I literally look over. I'm like, are you seeing this right now?
I'm not pulling your leg. I'm serious.
He wipes his eye a little bit and goes, that's a girl after my own heart.
It doesn't contain like weed or anything. It's just like willow and amaranth and yarrow.
Just like some hemp and weed and...
Well, it has lavender.
The elixir of life, just like marijuana, man.
It has chamomile. These are all like relaxing and like healing stuff.
So sorry, these are healing like tonics.
Well, this is, yeah.
You probably do want to put a little bit of marijuana in there if healing's what you're after.
I mean, I wasn't quite sure like how many we wanted. I mean, I made about 4, but with an extra for Lincoln.
I think Anna like reemerges. He's going to be out for a little while. He's not coming with.
You could leave this somewhere where you could find it. You could like leave a note with it or something. I mean, they should know what it is.
Anna will like take it and bring it to the back and put it on like a table next to Lincoln, and just leaves a note that says "a blunt for you."
Was there any other things you needed?
I think we'll be all right, Kira says. Yeah, I don't really know what totally to expect, but I suppose we can find out when we get there.
Where are we going?
We're going to have to use this coral, and she holds up the coral that they got from Vincent. We're going to have to use this coral. I think we need to go back to where those trees are. We're going to have to be careful in case Tower is waiting for us to appear there. But I believe she has Gad back in the Dead Sea, where the Sea Kingdom is.
Okay. So let's go.
Yeah. Let's try heading to, I don't know if we want to go to the same tree we'd already gone to, or if we want to try a different one.
How long would you say it has been, Jonny, since Kira called Casey?
An hour and a half, yeah.
Okay. Would Casey have the information Kira needs?
Yes.
Okay. Kira, you get a phone call from Casey Davis.
Okay. Kira will answer. What do you got for me?
So there was a protocol put in place by the previous director. Specifically, it was for something called Alpha Level. It's for everybody in his inner circle. Everyone in Goldman's inner circle.
Okay, so they were in his inner circle. Do we know who it is?
Are you standing or are you sitting?
I am in my car.
Okay. You're not driving, are you?
Not yet. Casey, just tell me.
The blood that you found, that leads to a protected file under the alpha level. Belongs to Oscar Hendrickson.
Okay. Kira takes a deep, deep breath, and suddenly the shadows that she was trying to interpret earlier make a whole lot of sense to her. Okay, thanks.
What are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna save Gab.
You're not going alone, right?
Of course not.
Is Tommy going with you?
No, but I have Theo, I have Mark, I have Anna, I've got Donovan and Catrell and others.
Okay, good. Don't go alone. You know that I can't send help if you're going there.
I know. We've been there once before, we can get back just fine.
Hold on 1 second, okay?
Casey's gonna put you on hold. Casey is going to reach out to Diego. I'm gonna call his office line.
Diego Miguel Angel Vega.
This is the director.
Hey, this is Agent Vega.
Hi, Diego. Do you have any special tools laying around that we could send to an exterior contact?
Well,
You could hear like sort of drills and slams behind him.
I'm kind of lousy with tools right now, boss. Looking for anything in particular?
Have you developed anything that works against creatures of there?
Roll deal with the agency.
11.
Okay.
I had a feeling that something like that might come up. You want to come down and take a look, or do you want me to just ship out the prototype?
What are you doing the rest of the day?
What am I doing the rest of the day?
Yeah, I'm wondering if you could make a special delivery for me. Do you got a pen and pencil, Diego? I can give you the address.
All right. Hit me. I can take a ride.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get that. Let me find that address. And
Hold on, what?
Casey will pull up to the other call.
Okay.
Hey, Kira, where are you right now?
We were about to head out from the Clockwork Child, but we're headed to Loring Park.
Okay, I'm going to send somebody to meet you at Loring Park with some help.
Okay. Who's contact?
Is Anna with you?
Yeah, she's here.
But is she in the car with you?
No, she's in a different car.
Okay. I'm sending Diego to meet you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sending him along with a couple of his new toys. Oh, he works in research and development now.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Casey will hang up on Kira, but then go back to Diego. Still there, Agent?
You haven't told me where to go.
Yeah, no, I was trying to find the address. Do you realize, like, what I'm doing up here, Diego? I don't just sit at a desk and, like, look pretty.
I didn't mean to imply that that's what you're doing. Not to say that I was implying that you don't look pretty.
Do you want the address?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to be going to Loring Park, and I want you to deliver these items to Kira and her crew. They're going to there. They can use a little extra firepower. And if you could also include in that package the newly developed door knockers, that would be great.
Sure.
Have they been failing your test? I thought they were ready to go out.
No, they are, but Kira's not with the outfit anymore.
Just send one that has a line to the director.
Family and friends discount, right?
Well, don't sound so upset. You're part of those friends.
I didn't mean for him to sound upset. He was just confused.
And Diego, I'd rather you not go with them to there, but I'm going to leave it in your capable hands.
I'm capable. I know how to juggle different responsibilities, boss.
I know you do.
Okay. He'll take off. So are you guys heading out to Loring Park then?
Yeah, we'll head out there to meet up with him.
Okay.
Just like on the outskirts of the fog, probably.
How much of like all the information that we've kind of sort of gathered has been shared with like the group / Theo?
On the way over, because Mark and Theo, I think, are still in the car. I think Anna more or less knows all of the stuff that Kira would say. But I think Kira might actually say to you guys as we're driving, I just got off the phone with Casey. Diego's going to meet us, and he's going to be bringing us some supplies to help us in there. The blood that was found was Oscar Henriksen, which I don't think you guys know what that means.
I think when you say that name, Catrell will go, wait, who is that?
Back in the day, Ears had a program that they developed that spun off into the drum. Their responsibility was to create an agent from a young child that they found after the aftermath of a battle. That child was me. And their purpose was to try to get me to heal, to make me a weapon that they could use. And so they subjected me to years of torture in the attempt to split my mind open enough that it would create an identity that they could use. They called it Agent M. And the person responsible for all of this, the person who put this into motion, was named Oscar Henriksen. And he is the person holding Gad. And I don't know exactly how much involvement Tower has with this. It sounds like she was looking to get even with you, Theo.
What? Why?
I think she's jealous of the Star King. From what Anna's told me with her tarot readings, she was looking at us. She was monitoring us. She did not like that you had his favor, and she didn't.
Wait, the Star King?
Yeah.
I never had his favor.
You're a prince of his. That's pretty favorable if you ask me.
I think Theo goes to almost object or say something, but closes her mouth.
What are you going to do once you find him?
I'm going to save Gad. Once we do that, all bets are off.
Just don't let the past get in the way of protecting yourself from the situation.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, it's up to you, but we don't want to see you get hurt.
Yeah, I think he's done enough to hurt me for a while, so I more would like to see him pay.
So what do you want us to do?
Capture him?
In Tower?
If we can capture them, I don't know what Tower's involvement is. I have questions for Oscar Henriksen. I don't have as many questions for Tower. I think we should stop her.
Well, when we find Gad, I'll protect Gad.
And we'll back you up in getting this guy where you want him. You don't have to do this alone.
Thanks. And Kira's trying to not show that she's got tears in her eyes. Henriksen stays alive. But first we rescue Gad.
Let's go get our friend back.
So, okay, you pull up. I'm not going to make you roll anything. And as you are all kind of assembling, I think, Kira, you would recognize this as the model that is kind of standard issue for Ears agents.
For what agents?
Doors agents, excuse me. Where she recognizes from its ears.
Mm-hmm.
But it is, instead of being the trademark black, this one is painted a fiery red with a yellow racing stripe.
I think Anna gets out of the car. She's like, "Oh shit!" And she probably recognizes it. And she's trying to fix her hair.
Roll plus charm.
Okay.
I want Yano to react to Anna. What are you doing? Get out of the car.
A 13 advanced move.
Nice.
Okay. Now you will be very beautiful for our delivery boy.
His name is Diego, and we happen to have gone on a few dates. I'll have you know.
And why try to impress him? And he'll just throw open the door. You already have got.
Well, we haven't gone on a date in a while.
Okay, yeah. Anna, you step out and your hair is sort of extra jaunty. Perfectly imperfect, if you will.
Yeah.
And yeah, he will sort of pull up to you guys, then do a 3-point turn, and then back up to you guys. Because then he's going to swing out of his car and click open the trunk and be like, all right, I got some stuff for you. Hey, Anna.
Oh, hey, Diego. She's going to act super nonchalant.
Okay.
Diego, come on, kid.
First up, he's going to reach in and pull out something that it's a huge, I think it kind of looks like honestly, the thing that it resembles most in my mind is a maybe 3-foot long Star Destroyer from Star Wars, where it ends in a big point and flares out towards where the handle is, and the handle is on top. It's this big, heavy gunmetal gray thing. There is coming out of the front of it just the tip of like what he will explain to be ancient petrified wood, like a spike coming out of it. And then 3 or 4 more mounted on the flat top of the thing. And then he'll heft it and be like, first, we got the stake driver. Now, we found out that this old ass wood works like gangbusters on stuff from there. So point and shoot. It's like that. And he'll hand it off to one of you who takes it.
So it's just like wood. What was it? It was like, I know it was wood, but I don't know. Like, was it like a gun or what?
Like a launcher.
Okay,
like it'll shoot these spikes.
Wooden spikes. Okay.
Yeah. Anyone want to call dibs?
I want to see what else there is.
Okay. He'll like prop it up against his car. And then he'll reach in and pull out a little like sort of racquetball sized translucent green orb. We've been calling this one the grow light bomb. When it breaks, just an uncontrollable burst of flora. Plant life can't stop growing.
Okay.
Hit something dead with it, I think something good will happen. Then he reaches in and pulls out a like strap on which are hanging 3 like olive drab grenades. This one we call life chaff. When it explodes, shoots out a bunch of minerals, metals that should confuse the friggin' heck out of anything that isn't exactly alive. And that's what he has for weapons. There are 3 of those.
Mm-hmm.
And he will point and wink at Kira. One special delivery from the boss lady herself. And he'll reach in and pull out what is very I'm the worst. Reach in and pull out what is very clearly a ring case.
Uh-huh.
And he'll like snap it open. And in there is, it's probably the size of a pinky ring, but it is an earring. We call this a door knocker. Put it right up there, kind of points at your ear. And you've got a direct line to the boss.
Okay. I think Kira will take the earring then, and she'll kind of pocket it for right now.
Aw.
Ouch. Well, we're not there yet.
Stake driver, grow light bomb, life chaff. Who's taking it?
I think Anna might walk up to Diego and be like, which one do you think I should have?
Well, I would really like to have that plant one, and Theo just takes that.
I'll take the first one.
Okay, you guys took the fun out of the game that I was just planting for Diego, but thanks. Wait, so which one did you take, Mark?
I took the first
the spike one. So then I have the life chaff, which was what it was. What did that one do?
3 grenades.
Okay.
When it explodes with minerals and metals.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think Anna just like rolls her eyes and be like, well, okay, fine. I guess I have the life chaff. Thanks, guys.
Is there like a target that I can like shoot this at?
Oh, there will be plenty, I'm sure. We will be going there soon.
Okay.
So, Diego! Nice to see you. It's been a while.
Roll manipulate someone. I want you to miss so bad.
It's a 9.
Okay. He'll lean back against his car and be like, should I be jealous? Who you looking pretty for?
Okay. Save the words of flattery. I haven't seen you in weeks.
Hey, Boss Lady's got me inventing stuff to help you out, and as you go out to fight stuff from beyond life and death.
Do not blame this on Casey Davis, you motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I think Anna's not having it, and she's like, "Really? Are you gonna hide behind that excuse for much longer?"
Come on, kid. I believe in you.
I think he kind of will like jerk his head around to like go around to the side of the car, maybe. It's kind of been a long time since I've been on like a 4th date. You know what I mean? This is it's not my MO, so I don't know the rules here.
Well, generally, if you like somebody, you go on a 4th date. So either you're in or you're out, bud. I've never been on a 4th date either, for the record.
Well, I mean, it's not, there was like some implication. I was trying to, I have a pattern. There's a way that I do You're kind of... I've never met anybody like you.
Oh, buddy.
Oh.
I desperately want to know what Lowry is doing and singing.
You've never met anyone like me before.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Shall I count the ways? What are we doing?
I don't know. Look, it's just... I need to know that you're in this, because if you're not, then I'm sorry, but I'm not going to just sit around waiting. That's not me.
Roll manipulate someone again.
11.
Like, looks around left and right, then, like, leans in but isn't looking at you. I'm in it.
Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry, can you say it a little louder for the rest of the class?
I'm in it.
Okay, so when do I get to see you next then? Unless you want to come with us.
He's gonna reach into his back pocket and be like, look, I'm not gonna blame the boss lady, but I have responsibilities here. But, and he'll take your hand and press something into it. It's another one of those little earrings. And he'll be like, with this, I can hear you from anywhere.
Oh, you don't know what power you've given me. Okay. I think Anna immediately puts it in. Hello?
Oh my god.
Yeah, see. Hello.
Okay, cool. It works.
Well, I should probably go, and seems like so should you.
Okay. See you around, Vega. I think she'll give him a kiss.
Okay. He might do that thing where he, like, takes it, but then looks over your shoulder to see who else is looking. He's like, oh. Awkward. See you around yourself, Ashwood. And hey, come back alive.
Okay. Does Lowry say anything?
He doesn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
He does scoff.
Okay.
Just like this sort of small, distant from behind a closed door.
I'm sorry, do you have something to say?
No accounting for taste, I guess.
What?
I'm reading.
Okay, fine. I guess I caught you on one of your crabby days. Oh wait, that's every day.
Is Mark around to hear all this?
This is
No, this is all
head.
happening within Anna's head. Where Lowry's been staying.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then we'll regroup with the rest of the group.
All right. And then it was time.
Yeah. Okay. Kira kind of rounds everybody up. All right, you guys all game to do this? She looks from all of you guys to Donovan and Yano and Samantha. Have you guys ever been there?
I think the camera pans over to Mark and he accidentally drops the clip out of the gun. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
I'm guessing you're not coming, though, Theo says to Yano.
I think he will lead into just you and be like, where precisely is it that we are going?
We're going to there.
Yes, but where is there? Yano's English is not so bad.
We're going to, like, purgatory.
I can show it to you.
Crosses himself.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a place where souls sometimes linger, but more like a way station.
You can just wait here in your truck or something.
Theo, do you want him to come? Better question, would you ask him to come?
No.
Okay, then he won't come. Mark, you feel a tug on your coat.
Huh?
I don't think I can go either.
Oh, sweetie.
Why not?
Because I think, and she kind of looks at her hands.
Wait, are you tied here to this body?
She nods.
What happens if you go back?
I don't know, but I think it'll be bad.
Well, you don't have to come with. That's okay. Yano, and I think Kira looks at Yano. Could you maybe keep an eye on her?
He'll sort of walk to stand behind her and nod dutifully.
You guys take care of each other and we'll be back.
Samantha walks to stand with Yano and Catrell too. I think Samantha will walk up to Mark and put both hands on both your shoulders and go, I know you will, and pull you in for a hug. You will feel, Mark, a sort of aura coming to envelop you.
I think he notices this as he hugs back.
And then she'll like pull away, put a hand on your cheek, and just with tightened lips nod and step away to go back to stand with Yano and Catrell.
I think we make eye contact as if to just confirm what just happened there.
Yeah.
And then I turn back.
Donovan?
I think he will brandish his, what you know to be a sword cane, and be like, oh no, I'm coming.
All right, well then, this is the group. We'll be back soon, but look out for each other.
Do you think they were going to see the charming coachman again?
Yeah, Anna's like, I hope so. He was fun. Not super chatty, but...
Hey, Theo.
What?
Love you.
Oh my God!
Oh boy.
John, you killed Miah.
That's a 5 for act under pressure.
To do what?
Mark said I love you to Theo.
In front of everyone.
Out of the blue. Just like...
Well, yes, I can tell you that your face is bright red. What else do you do, Theo?
I think Anna, for the record, is like, oh.
I love magic. Theo.
She makes the anime.
Yes. You go like this.
No, fuck you guys.
You rolled a 5.
Whatever.
Okay, so that happens. And Anna's like, oh my God, I knew it.
Donovan rolls his eyes.
Oh, come on, you big softy.
I think, you know who else has hands by lips is Samantha. Like,
and I think Mark doesn't realize that it was going to be such a wave of emotion across everybody. So he's just blushes and
It was bright red. Definitely trips over her staff and just stumbles a bit. And tries to play it off and pretend that she had needed to lean on the walking stick. And just...
I think Kira, for the record, kind of just does that sibling thing to Mark where she kind of just messes with his hair a little, you fucking son of a bitch.
It gets messed up for just a second and then floats back to exactly perfect.
She's like, why does my hand feel weird?
It's eating. Wait, did we say that the magic was
The magic is it feeds. The tree does. The tree does. Which, for the record, we were going to have What's-Her-Face join us to go and find Gad, but I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. Ruby.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is?
You hear an approaching car.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck.
How does she know?
I don't care for her.
Oh, you're here.
Someone steps out of the car and opens the back door, and out steps Ruby with her long, flowing, fiery red hair with a single shock of jet black. She is dressed for combat. She has, I want to say, fully olive drab, legit fatigues. She's trying to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
And then, she reaches in and pulls out a staff as well. And then she walks around to the other side to open the door facing the park. She sort of stands by the door, smirks, and opens the door, and outbounds the dog with the mask, the little chinchilla-sized thing with just the teeth, and then also a huge hand, an arm the size of the door reaches out and slams onto the ground and starts to pull. And then basically this huge half ogre, half golem thing, blobs out, forms itself up next to the car where it stands about twice as high as the car does. And it's just this not exactly muscular. I think it's a little bit like Baymax from Big Hero 6. It's just this big mass. Doesn't seem to really have a neck, just a mound for a head. And then these enormous arms that end in 3-fingered hands and an empty face with drawn on eyes and mouth. And they all come walking towards you.
Okay.
A deal is a deal, my dear. You've made yourself devilishly difficult to follow.
Well, we're here now.
Yes, the young are always quite predictable, she winks.
Well, we have our quarry, a man named Oscar Henriksen has gathered somewhere in the Dead Sea. And he is in cahoots with Tower, we think. And we've got a couple of potions here that might be able to help. But to be honest, we don't know much more than that. But it's not exactly our first time being there.
Is that so?
Yes.
Then after this is all over, you and I will have much to discuss.
All right. Well, shall we? I think Kira kind of just gestures towards the area, and I think she starts kind of maybe drawing it in the air with the coral and repeating. Okay. I think because she had seen Tower doing this before, so I think she kind of has it remembered more or less how it works, and we'll see if she can open up a portal.
In order to do that, in order to repeat what you saw, I want you to roll act under pressure.
11.
You do it, and yeah, it seems to sort of catch specifically on the mist, I think, until you sort of carve out a passable-sized hole for all of you that just, inside, once it's completed, it just falls away into just this inky blackness. There's just this floating hole in the air, and one by one, you step through it into the Dead Sea. Executive producer Jonny Grubb. This has been The Monsters Playbook, featuring
John Wander as Mark Clayton,
Lauren Johnson as Anna and Kira Ashwood,
Miah Detjen as Theo Nessos,
and Jonny Grubb as literally everybody else. Our theme song is by me, Jonny Grubb. The Monsters Playbook is produced and engineered by Miah Detjen and edited by Miah Detjen and Lauren Johnson. If you liked this episode, please tell a friend. We love friends. You can find the Monsters Playbook on the social media channel of your choice. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. You can hang out with us on our Discord. And if you like what we're doing, please consider supporting us on Patreon. We'll see you next episode where, as always, I'll have some good news and some bad news. Thanks for listening.
Did you know that you can't microwave Uncrustables?
This has been a moment with Miah.
No, it
As
says
it happens, I did not know that.
Wow.
It says in the packaging. Because you're supposed to freeze them. And that you're not supposed to microwave them to thaw them.
Wow.